The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ring it. No, no.
Wright running out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Right again. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
70 Lions. Alert, alert. Track.
They run again with Wright. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. That goes for 36 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Cougar 19.
They run it from the gun with Wright. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, set. Set go.
Here's a give for Wright. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Gun. Dot. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards.
On one, ready?
And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go. Dot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He's on the move. He can run it. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Here we go. 11, MT, take. 11, Dot.
Second and 8. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in the spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Here we go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. This is Wright running left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now a run with Wright. And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Check, Panther.
Hand off, running left, right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring out 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Dot.
Burrow. He finds Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the...
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Gun. Got. 12.
First down, Burrow to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it.
Here we go.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 11. Stop. 12. Stop.
Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
11 mighty. 11 MT. Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. 11. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. Tate. Stop.
Trying again following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you've got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
11.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Roll, go.
Here's a give inside to right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Reload, reload. Hut, hut.
A give to Wright. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Dolphins.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go.
Running behind center with Wright. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins with a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 70, Timberwolf. Hey, hey, check that, check that. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Lightning 18. Shot alert, shot alert. Get up.
This is Wright. Through the 2nd level at the 40. Jalen Wright! And he will score. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Gun, gun. Stop. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to hit Johnson, and it's intercepted. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Escapes the pocket. Now he's going deep across the field. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 1st and 10 after that last highlight. They're at the 30.
Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
11, 11. Stop.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
What's your set? 12, 12, 12.
To throw again, it's Burrow. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and short. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Here we go.
Adams put in motion right. Trying to push this past the marker. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Now Burrow. Forced out to his right. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals narrow the lead entering halftime. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Yeah, and the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
I'm fine, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate. And I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone. You got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
On target to Jackson. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Let's get set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT. Dot.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get up. Cowboy 80.
Here's Wright on the carry. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tag. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Set go.
Running it with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Bring it. Go. Go.
Now Wright. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Bengals football. They're out and set. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Dot.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
From the 33 on second down. Dump off caught by his back. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Stop.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Cade, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Burrow throwing again on second and 10. Chased out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
11 mighty.
Another chance for him. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter.
Let's go now.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. I'm not lying. Go.
They run again with Wright. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Right again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third and 4 coming up now. Another carry for him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Working quickly here. Running right. Here's Wright. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Here we go. 11.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back to the well again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
On 2.
First down, ball at the 36. They give it to him again. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Bengals in range for a game-winning score. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Gun.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. This game now resting on the leg of Jake Elliott. This a 39-yarder. That one is good! And their postseason starts with a win as they take this wild card game. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Eward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Miami.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found and yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music.